When I awoke 2 weeks ago to the news of yet another mass shooting at yet another LGBTQ club in yet another American city, the first thing I felt was my heart sink. I looked at my husband asleep next to me, visualized my brother and his boyfriend, and thought of all the friends I have spent countless nights with in queer bars just like Club Q in Colorado Springs. The second thing I felt was a familiar rush of adrenaline, the kind that comes whenever I know I'm about to dive, headfirst, into the unstoppable wave of trauma such shootings set into motion. I quickly weighed my emotional reserves, took a deep breath, and sent a message to my editors at the Times with a link to an early Associated Press piece about the shooting, an estimate for how long it would take me to get to Colorado Springs, and a simple question: "You want me to go?" For the last 15 years, covering America's mass shootings has been part of my job as a reporter. I can't recall all the shootings I've covered, or the victims I've talked to, but I remember most. They have a way of staying with you. In 2007, when I was a college kid working for the student newspaper at the University of Maryland, I traveled to Virginia Tech to cover the campus shooting that killed 32 there. I listened to fellow students tell of the horror and wondered, justifiably and naively, if it would be the worst thing I ever covered in my career. In 2018, as a reporter for the Baltimore Sun, I had to write a story on deadline about a shooting that killed 5 people at our sister paper, the Capital Gazette in Annapolis, Maryland, as colleagues sitting next to me, who knew the victims well, cried at their desks and continued working. Earlier this year, I traveled for the Times to cover the fatal shooting of 19 elementary school kids and 2 teachers in Uvalde, Texas. When you look a mother in the eyes as she holds out a photo of her just murdered 10-year-old daughter, both of their faces get seared into your brain. I've always heard that moments of heightened emotion make for vivid memories, and it's certainly not easy to forget what the devastation of sudden, senseless murder looks like up close. Sometimes I think more people, including policymakers, should see it too. Sometimes I wonder, as well, whether this haunting job of responding to America's mass shootings, counting the dead, telling their stories, profiling the shooters and asking how it can all keep happening, is really all for nothing.